G. We go bowling, 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 my baby and me.
Welcome to Bowling Stars, bowling's most exciting show. And here to greet you and give you the play-by-play is America's most popular bowling sportscaster, Whispering Joe Wilson.
Thank you. Thank you. Hi, friends. How are you? Welcome to Bowling Stars, brought to you from Fates Neeson Recreation in Chicago, where again we are going to have the ladies. As we told you last week, we're going to cool off Carmen Salvino a little bit and have the gals. I know you want to see them after the tremendous series that Marge Merrick and Sylvia Ween gave us, in which Marge shot 692, just missed the 700 mark, and Sylvia shot 630. In this, we are going to have the representatives, as fine as we could get them, of two of our major cities in these United States, New York and Chicago. First of all, let's introduce our guest here from New York City. She has won the New York City singles twice, the doubles once, and the all events twice. That ought to kind of give her a purchase on any titles they have there. From Brooklyn, Marion Turash. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Wonderful. Do you want to turn around here so we can see you? Atta girl. To oppose her, we've picked one of the really fine shooters out of Chicago. This little blonde bombshell won the Illinois State All Events when she was 17. Back in 1951-52, she was just a senior in high school at the time. Georgette Hartman Derosa. How are you? Wonderful. Now, these two are shooting a three-game match for you. The winner will be decided on total pins over those 3 games. They have completed the first game and 7 frames of the second game. Kids, the way this works, the winner gets $1,000, the loser gets $1 a pin. We have a bonus arrangement whereby if either or both of you can shoot over 700, that is worth $10 a stick for every pin over 700. Is that clear? Marge Merrick got so close you could almost taste it. On top of which, if you can shoot a perfect game on the air, the second or third games, that is worth $10,000. Are we agreed?
Yes.
Understand everything? Okay, good luck, good shooting to both of you. Now, here is the way it went in the first game. As you can see, Georgette won the first game 246 to 236. In this one, Marion Turash with 148 through the 6th and the spare to Georgette's 101 through the 7th and nothing going. Marion in this one has a lead of 67 pins possible for this game, which would put her up 57 sticks for the match.
These hands belong to vanishing Americans. For today, many of these intricate operations are performed automatically by production machines. Engineered and built by AMF, American Machine and Foundry Company. Rolling cigarettes by hand is a long, laborious process, as you can see. But the AMF cigarette maker produces them at the amazing rate of 1,500 a minute, as alike as peas in a pod, every one firmly, evenly packed to smoke smoother. The twisting of pretzels, when done by hand, is another tedious and intricate job. Can you imagine a machine that could do this? Well, AMF engineers could and did. Here's the machine that twists pretzels with greater accuracy than could ever be achieved by hand. A battery of these machines can twist more than 1.5 million pretzels in a single day. For years, bowling pins were set up by hand. Today, the amazing AMF automatic pin spotter sets up pins quickly and accurately and returns the ball. And the magic triangle pindicator shows you which pins are left standing after the first ball. Automation by AMF helps make work easier, gives you more leisure time. To help you enjoy this newfound recreation, AMF makes the finest equipment for basketball, bowling, woodworking, cycling, and other leisure time activities. Yes, for work or play, AMF products are better by design.
All right, here is Marion Turash from Brooklyn. She lost 246 to 236 in the first game, but she's rolling now on 5. On the over! Yes, sir! All right, everyone. Just as good over there, especially when you're from Brooklyn, as they are in the 1-3 pocket. All right, 168 through the 7th and a single strike, and Georgette with 101 through the 7th. Sure needs one. On 6. are just too high, and the 4-7 is left up against Georgette. Georgette blew the 1-2-8 tandem. She left the 8-pin on the 4th frame of her first game on alley 5, and that cut her down. Then she strung 7 straight after that error. That puts them away for a spare. So Georgette has 101 through the 7th and that spare, but Marion Turash with 168 through the 7th and a strike leads by 67 pins for this game. She is up 57 for the match, and she could even make that 67. And Georgette, up on 5, really needs some help. She won the toss. Almost a 310 rail, and if it had been, that would have been the story of Georgette in this, the second game. She blew the 1-2-8 tandem again in the second game on alley 6 in the second frame, and then she caught the 310 on this alley 5 in the 5th frame, the 7th frame, and almost again here. And that's what's happened to her after the 3-pin. All right, puts it down for a spare. Oh, Georgette with 120 through the 8th and a spare going in. Marion Turash, 168 through the 7th and an 8th, and a strike up in the 8th. Look at the finish. Look at the finish. Look at the drive on that ball. 168 through the 7th and a double. And do you realize what kind of a series she has going here and what sort of a game she has if she can strike out? 256 to add to 236 if she could get them all. Opened in the first frame of this game and then strung 5. First ball in the 10th from 5. Ooh, just a little loss of speed, and the 4-7 is the answer there. Marion blew a 10-pin on alley 6 in the 6th frame of the first game, and then strung 5 straight. As a matter of fact, she was almost unbeatable from that point on. She's had a 5-7 rail in this game on 6, the first shot. There it is, all right, for one more for Marion Turash to give her 216 through the 9th, and if she can get the full count in the 10th, a 236, it would give her another double. Seems we have nothing but doubles in this series thus far. Incidentally, any records we quote will be strictly men's records. We're not counting the women's records. There you have it! For 20 pins and 236 for Marion Turash and a double. Now, Georgette Derosa, who needs them, oh boy. It's just too thin, just too light, and the 2-pin is left there. Isn't this an amazing thing? Georgette, who shot 246 in the first game, and who now is struggling to shoot 159. This one, almost 100 pins under. After the 2. And there it is for one more for Georgette. 139 through the 9th and a spare up and a 159 if she can get the full count. Georgette, the winner of the toss, in accordance with ABC and all-star rules, is alternating alleys, and she chose to finish on 5, which she does in the first and third games. Last shot. All right, for 18 pins there in the 10th frame, and a 157 for Georgette Derosa. And the winner of the second game is Marion Turash over Georgette Derosa, 236 to 157.
Here's a man who's found a wonderful way to make a lot of things he always wanted and have a lot of fun doing it. He owns a DeWalt Power Shop, another fine product of AMF. The famous DeWalt Power Shop is the complete home power tool that has revolutionized home woodworking. Because the DeWalt cuts from the top, you always see your mark and your cut. even when dadoing to make shelves. You can do any woodworking job just by changing the cutter on the power shaft. For example, the DeWalt Power Shop converts quickly into a horizontal drill, a shaper, a disc sander, a saber saw for cutting curves, or a power source for other tools. Ask your dealer to demonstrate the DeWalt Power Shop, or write to DeWalt, Lancaster, Pennsylvania for a free descriptive booklet. That's free booklet, DeWalt, Lancaster, Pennsylvania. The DeWalt Power Shop is another fine product of AMF.
And so we come up with another double, unbelievably as it sounds. And incidentally, let me hasten to add right here that any records that we are quoting on the men will be for the men's matches only. It seems only right, in the light of the fact that the women will have shot only 2 matches with us, that the records we give you will be for the men shooting, past records and any that we might be giving you subsequently. Nonetheless, it was a double, 236 again. Marion Turash, the winner of this one, to 157. And that gives her a lead on the match, 472 to 403 by 69 pins. Here she is, Marion Turash. You must like it here.
Yes, sir.
You're going to move?
I don't think so.
Well, let's see if you can hit 700, huh?
I'm going to try.
First of all, try to win, and then secondly, try to hit 700.
Right.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Marion Turash, let's hear it for her. All right, here is Marion Turash, up by 69 pins and within 228 of 700. And there she is with a bingle. Boy, what scoring. Marion with a strike and Georgette Derosa with 403. She needs 297 to hit that magic figure. That takes a little doing. On 6. Oh, just a hair too high. So Georgette will watch the automatic pin spotter as we do with a magic triangle pindicator, indicating that that 4-pin must be had on this, the second ball. Georgette, the underlane ball return, as you see, moves over to take this one cross alley. Try this on your spares, ladies. Give yourself lots of room, and it works. All right. Marion Turash with the strike and Georgette Derosa with the spare, and Eddie Fadd with a dash under Marion's score, indicating that we're all even. +1 there puts Marion up a mark, -1 puts her down a mark, and a mark is worth about 10 pins, as Ed Schneider of the Tribune, who was in our audience, could tell you. Five. Brooklyn, that makes a Brooklyn strike apiece for them. Georgette with 20 through the first and a strike. Marion with a chance to pad her lead 10 more on 6. Didn't finish quite as strong as some of the others there, did she? And as a result, the 10-pin is left against this pretty little miss, which gives me an opportunity to answer the question I know you're all asking: what is the weight of the ball that these gals throw? Both of them, as did Marge Merrick and Sylvia Ween before them, throw the maximum weight allowed, 16 pounds, same as the men. After the 10. Oh, don't look away, oh, gee. Now she's open with that 10-pin missed. Gosh. Gee, that's the second time she has blown a 10-pin on this alley 6. Boy, did it in the first game, in the 6th frame, and now with 28 pins, she is vulnerable by possibly 22. Marion up on 5. There it is! That's the way to roar back from those opens. 28 through the second and a strike. But Georgette Derosa with 20 through the first and a strike could pick up 22 right here, which would put her 47 off the pace. This is a big ball on 6. On the over! Is it going to go? No, sir. 10-pin left up there. This question doesn't come up as often, but it does come up, so we'll answer this too, as to the weight of the pins the girls are shooting at. They are shooting at perfectly matched 3-pound, 4-ounce pins, just as the men shot. Cross alley for the 10. And puts it away for a spare. So Georgette Derosa has 40 through the second in that spare. Marion Turash with 28 through the second in the strike is down, as you see, by 12 for this game. She still leads by 57 for the match, and she could put that right back up to 67. ABC and All-Star rules are applying here, as always. Weight of the ball and everything else. Georgette, by them, is finishing on 5 in the first and third. That's down. Boy, we might have had a 5-7 there, and that certainly would have been a tragedy, wouldn't it? Who is Georgette Hartman? Well, she's 22 years old. Georgette Hartman Derosa now, as her occupation, which was once a bowling instructor, is now a wife and mother of one cute holy mackerel. She blew the 7-pin, and now each girl is open with an error here, and Marion Turash, if she throws it down the middle, is in charge. And she sure did. All right, there is a double. Wow. This is going to make her tough. 28 through the second and a double out in front of her to 68 through the fourth and nothing going, and she could be up by 20 pins for this game, which would put her 89 up for the match. I never did finish my sentence on Georgette. She's the mother of a daughter. All right, Marion on 5. Oh, that was a picture strike, wasn't it? Gee, she gets a beautiful finish on that ball. 58 through the third and a double to 68 through the fourth and nothing going. And Georgette's in trouble. Yikes. Not quite enough to get that 5-pin out of there. And Georgette will have to come back after it again. Georgette, as I said, won the Illinois State All-Events in the 51-52 season. She shot 17.62 for an average of 198, and she was a high school senior at Thornton Township. After the 5-pin. And puts it down for her spare. Georgette was 68 through the fourth and that spare, but Marion Turash, who was off on a spree again with a turkey, has 58 through the third and a double to top her by 20 maybe for this game, and that would make her, as we said, 89 for the match. Watch the backswing on this cute little one. She really wheels it. Watch this. Oh, and they go down, don't they? Wow. All right. 88 through the fifth and a strike. Marion on a turkey and a possible lead of 89 pins on 6. Gee, isn't that a beautiful finish? Just enough tail there to really wipe them out. And so that 4-bagger gives her 88 through the fourth and a double to 88 through the fifth and a single strike, and she could be up here by 30 pins for this game, which would make her 99 up for the match. And this little one, who has strung 5 straight in both the first and second games, may do it in the third. How about it? How about it? Yes, sir! 5 straight in each of the 3 games for 118 through the fifth and a double to 88 through the fifth and a single strike. 99 pins separate them. Georgette. Ow! Solid 10-pin. Gee whiz. This little one shot a 188 average in the 55-56 season, which the averages were so good that year was only good for third in the Bowling Lanes Classic League that she was in that year. Takes it. All right, that's got it. Just barely, but it's down. for 108 through the 6th and a spare. But when you put that up against a 5-bagger, you start to lose ground. She is now possibly down by 40 pins for this game, which would put her 109 down for the match. And she's shooting well and being buried on 5. That's it. All right. That one will fix the immediate present with 28 through the 7th and a strike. And now we're going to see Marion make it 6. No, sir. Didn't quite have what the others had going in, did it? Gee. Well, 5 straight seems to be the number for her. Golly. And so, if she can put this one down, she's still in excellent shape. Marion Turash is 32 years old. She's a secretary in New York City, 5'4", 140, born and raised in Manhattan. And there it is for her spare. To give Marion 167 through the 7th and that spare to 128 through the 7th and a strike. And she is up now, as you see, by 39 pins for this game. And that puts her up by 108 for the match. Marion on 5. She needs a lot more if she's going to hit that bonus. Oh, gee. 7 pin up there. Golly. Love to see her get into that bonus money, wouldn't you? Marge Merrick lost it way back in our first, I guess it was about our 8th match, as I recall, by 8 pins. She shot 692 after the 7 pin. Oh, get it, get it. Oh, well, it's gone now. Gee, that open kills it. 195, the best she can shoot is 225. If she struck out, she needed 228. And now Georgette on 6. Ah, that one went in. Oh, 128 through the 7th and a double to 195 and nothing going. And Georgette could be within 7 for this game. And that would put her 76 off for the match. Think she'll be able to strike out? Gosh, except for that open in the 4th, this has been a dandy. And it can still be a great one. First shot in the 10th on 5. Oh, golly. Golly. A 4.79. Holy mackerel. Well, we saw one of these made earlier. Way back, it seems to me. As I recall, I think that Marge Merrick missed one of these. No, I think she missed this and made this and missed the 259. Oh, golly. Open. Open. That's too bad with 174 and 183. And now Marion Turash. How close do you think she can come to 700? Light. Yes, sir, the 2.5. Had she been able to strike out here with 225, that would have put her within 3 of 700, which would have been better than Marge Merrick, who came within 8 of it. Isn't that something when you're talking about 700 for anybody, much less women bowlers so casually? That's it for one more. 195 and a spare, and if she gets the full count, a 215 to add to 472. How'd you like to be able to go out to your bowling alleys, men, and score that the next time you bowled? Last shot. Watch the 3-step, incidentally, which is unusual for a gal. And there she has it for 20 pins in the 10th frame to give her 215. And the winner of the 3rd and final game is Marion Turash over Georgette Derosa, 215 to 183.
For rugged performance, for that winning basket, for a hit in any league, it's Voigt, another fine product of AMF. Voigt, maker of America's finest athletic balls, is top choice of over 100,000 schools and colleges. Kids of all ages go for Voigt because they know these rubber-covered balls outwear other types anywhere. Even under the hardest kind of use, indoors or out, on any playing surface, you can depend on Voigt. There's a Voigt rubber-covered ball in every price range.
Well, it was quite a match, wasn't it? Had another double, 236-236, by Marion Turash. And again, I want to remind you, we won't be counting this double in the doubles and other records we'll be quoting for you for the men. And then you had a 687, which almost clipped that 700 again. Actually, Marge Merrick came a little closer with 692, but not a whole lot, only 5 pins off. That is some shooting. And the winner of the third and final game, 215-183, was Marion Turash, giving her the series 687-586 by 101 sticks. First of all, let's really hear a round of applause for a great little shooter, Georgette Derosa. It was real good. There was just one thing wrong with this match, as far as I could see on your point, and that was when she got on those strings of 5, she kind of made a habit out of it, didn't she?
She wouldn't give me a break at all.
Sort of rubbed it in a little bit, didn't she? Well, Georgette, it was great. 586 at $1 a pin gives you $586. Congratulations. As always, it was a pleasure looking at you.
Thank you.
Georgette Hartman Derosa. Well, we put Carmi Salvino in cold storage last week. I almost wish we could carry this one over and see how she'd do against him. Let's really hear it for Marion Turash. Wonderful, wonderful. Would you like to try him?
I think I would.
Oh, you would, huh?
I think I would fare. I wouldn't fare too well, but would be a nice
You'd
try.
like to tackle him anyway, huh? Well, till you do, count your money and just go home real happy with this.
I will.
For winning with 687, $1,000. I wish you could have hit that bonus money, but it was tremendous as it was.
Thank you very much,
Great to have
Joe.
you. Marion Turash, let's hear it for her. Well, now, let's see. Where were we? Oh, yes. Up till now, 3 men have been able to go 5 matches until they were beaten. George Young was the first one to do it. Then Tony Lindemann came along and duplicated it. And then Johnny King, who was dispatched by Carmi Salvino in the tremendous struggle you saw last week. Now Carmi will come back, and just as though things weren't tough enough, he's going to have to defend, or try to, against the first of those 3 men to make it. If I can remember his scores, George shot 745, 774, 743, and 752, so Carm will face a fellow with an average of 245 plus for 15 games going in. That's one I want to see. Another bowling star next week at this same time. Please be with us. And until then, this is Joe Wilson saying it's been wonderful to have you. Good luck and good bowling, everyone. Thank you.
O-W-L-I-N-G. We go bowling, bowling, bowling. My baby and me. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-